Okay, yeah, so this very crazy extreme tutorial today. So definitely not for beginner. So if you kind of like want to learn how to draw in perspective in general, you still have problem drawing like 5-point perspective or like stairs in a fisheye perspective, stuff like that. This will be like too much information for you, absolutely not necessary information for beginner. It's for like curiosity, for like people, like sometimes you draw and you feel like it's not entirely clear. You want to find like kind of understand what is the mechanic of this perspective. So and talking about angles in of camera in this 360 perspective and with like 6 vanishing points, it's like it's insane. It's something that start to look like hallucination. It's like you're going somewhere into secret knowledge, something like Illuminati hiding from you. It's absolutely crazy. Okay, but let's start kind of soft. Start with without exploding your brain from beginning. Let's make it not too extreme at the beginning. So in previous tutorial I was talking about where's here. So I was talking about camera angles in fisheye, and this was like kind of like 5-point plus perspective. So it's like little going out from outside of 5-point perspective, but not 6-point perspective yet. So what I was talking is so we have like in a 5-point perspective, let's say choose like we have this standard pattern, right? Like y vanishing point on the top, y vanishing point on the bottom. Then we have horizon line, x vanishing point on the left, x vanishing point on the right. And z vanishing point in the center. So when this kind of 5-point perspective camera looking straight, it look like this, right? So horizon line look like straight line. It's just straight line. So and then when we draw axis, so y axis, when it cross x vanishing points, it's make a circle. So it became like a circle silhouette. Then we have 45, like it's imagine like box. I will talk about box today. It's crazy, and like imagine like you standing in a perfect cube, and so here you in the center of a cube, right? So, hello, Dorian. Yeah, this tutorial is not for you for sure. So you better watch beginner's tutorial. It's just like not used for beginners. So here you standing in the center. So let's imagine like you perfectly in the center of a cube, like your camera, your head in the center, like in the middle of between ground and ceiling, in the middle between left and right wall, and the middle between front and back wall. So your like zero angle, like when you look to front, it will be center of a front wall, right? So then if you look kind of like, no, you see already kind of you standing there and you see corner of this cube. So you see like a point in the center between ceiling and the ground in this corner. This point show you 45 angle. So it's like if you turn your camera or a head towards this point, you will turn your head into 45 angle to look straight to this corner. Because you see, it's like if we look to cube from top, так, was here, yeah. So this is how it look from top, right? So here is 0, here it's 45. Same like if you look up or down, like up to this corner, it will be like vertical 45. And if you look down, it will be vertical down 45. So this kind of important to understand. Because this cube is kind of like I say, it's part of our visual system. This cube exists by default. It's not visible, but by default it's kind of like our perception. So when you like rotate your head, it's kind of you have your cube. If you standing inside cube, so then you kind of, anyway, it's just like ideal concept of a 3D space and 3D vision. So here we have, it's already sounds complicated. I promise will be beginning not complicated, but no. So we have these lines for X and Y. So they build this cube front wall. You see? So we have front wall of this cube in which we are inside right now. And then we have this like 45, 45, 45. You see, it's all 45 angle, 45 degree. It's all corners in this cube when we inside, in this perfectly in the middle, in the center of a cube. So corner here, it's a 45. Corner here, it's 45. In this all, it's a 45 angle, like in your grid. Так. So this is a case when we are like looking straight, like we don't rotate camera down or up, so we have flat horizon line. And yeah, let's also, if like 5 plus point perspective, right? So in this 5 plus point perspective, we have each axis kind of going out from this circle. So we have X will go out like this, and yeah, YX, yeah, right. So, and here, if we start to go to 6-point perspective, so we will see, okay, this kind of moment of intersection of this axis of Y and X and Z, so there it's like intersect together 3 axes. When these 3 axes intersect in a point, we have another corner inside this cube. We have again kind of corner Now it's back corners, like if you back wall corners of a back wall of a cube. Так, so if I draw it in black, so, and we can draw like vertical, horizontal. So this how back wall looks, and this already it's like 6-point perspective. Okay, so here it's a cube in this 360 camera view, when camera look straight, kind of, right? So then let's go. Also, I will show what happened when you in fisheye camera view, kind of fisheye perspective, you turn head down, right? So here we will be careful. Так. Так. Okay, so let's start like 5-point plus 5+ point again. So we have horizon line will be bent like this, and we will have here y vanishing point. So here will be x, x will intersect, will be at some point, will be like from left to right x vanishing point will be just straight line. Then this x to x will have like curved line going through y vanishing point. So, and then like we will have like a between. So here, like when we have like rotation in fisheye, we don't have actually like perfect symmetry. So like I cannot, it will be like, if to be like very scientific kind of, let's say, right? So from this z vanishing point to y vanishing point above, 45 angle actually will be not in the center. It's kind of not super correct, but you can use it as shortcut because we're artists, we're not engineering here, right? So you don't need to be you don't need to be absolutely correct with math here, but it's useful to understand just idea of it, right? So usually I tell that here is like 45 angle, so just for convenience. So, and when we see like intersection of a straight line of y-axis and a straight line of x-axis, this cross, it indicates a direction of a camera. It's like it shows like how far you rotate camera from parallel to ground position. So here it was on the left, it was parallel to ground, so we have flat horizon line because this cross is exactly on the horizon line. It's aligned with the z vanishing point. On the right here we have like, we slightly rotate head up, or your fisheye camera kind of slightly rotate up. So now we have this camera direction above, looking like not parallel to ground, but have angle to ground, right? So what is the kind of ratio between this point and like and horizon line and z vanishing point and y vanishing point is show you this angle. So kind of like if simplify is if ratio is 1:1, like equal kind of, right? So then it's like we can say camera is 45 angle looking up. It will be not, again, like not super precise, but kind of we can simplify to that. just for convenience, and nobody will notice in the freehand drawing, right? So here it's like, let's say, yeah, here it's almost like in this example I have right in half, because it's 1 and let's see, ratio here, oh, kind of, yeah, like 1 and 3. So this part is 1, and here we have like a 3 parts. So this kind of ratio between z and y vanishing points tell us it's a 22 and 5 angle. So just this I was already explained many times in a previous video, like just look fisheye perspective tutorials. Okay, so, and if we start to go this like 5 plus and then 6-point perspective, what will happen with this thing here? So will happen that this horizon line, yeah, at some point it will close to make kind of like a circle, not proper circle. Так, it's actually, it's not proper, it's like squeezed circle, but kind of like this round form. Then, yeah, we can, some point you can also see like this curve of x will make like a circle. But так, let's see. Yeah, but y axis actually should be further. So maybe here. So let's say somewhere here will be y vanishing point. But my dear. So let's see. So here, extend. Yeah, okay, like we can make kind of like a circle for y and kind of like a circle for left and right side. Так, now we have z. So z will have vanishing point here on the horizon line. This y-axis going straight here. So, and z also is like merge with horizon line, merge with the y-axis here, kind of like start to be here like magnetic waves. Okay. So let's see. Yeah, let's draw kind of this front. Yeah, here I did mistake. To rush, let's do each color. So let's draw this box we see from inside in this perspective. Так. Anyway, something like this, you see, kind of very crazy because it will kind of like explode this rear and bottom side in this case because we look up. So upper like ceiling top surface of a cube will be smaller and the bottom will like enlarge, and the rear side is like just explodes here. So this is like a rear wall all kind of around here. Так. So, and then what happens when we make horizontal rotation of a camera in a fisheye? Так. Yeah, let's maybe actually I will do some. No, wait a second. Yeah, let's show some examples on the reference. I'll make this a photo. Where's the reference? Так, okay. So here I already did some breakdown. So here is like so you see here is a guy holding fish eye camera. So this point here, it's show direction of camera, like where's camera look to. So, and we can see it's below horizon line. So it's kind of like here is about 45 angle. So this cross kind of for camera angle. It's between Z and Y vanishing points, about in the middle. So, and you can see here how behave X axis, how behave Z axis, and like creating this like magnetic field. And yeah, Y axis here is not, so not a straight line, only straight lines to show cross like direction of a camera. And horizon line, it's became kind of this distorted circle. So it's not perfect circle anymore. It's became like skewed, like kind of explode to explode to rear side. So you just go out of a screen. So most of cases, like when we have, like when you see any reference or video from camera, like showing you angle, which is not like direct looking down or direct looking up, like 90 degree, some between like 90 degree and 0, like front view, you will see how horizon line is going out of a screen. So you cannot see like full, like how horizon line make circle, like closing its circle. But if you're interested, like I can show what happened with this horizon line and how all these vanishing points behave there. Anyway, I will show it in this video because it's just like interesting, like how it works and where all this stuff go. So, and then if we talk about camera looking directly down, so this what kind of perspective is happen, right? So it's like when camera look down directly. So let me draw. It's kind of like very simple case. So we have same like 5-point perspective. So y instead of z vanishing point, we have y vanishing point in center. And then we have this cross. And then we have z vanishing point somewhere here. Maybe z vanishing point in the front and z vanishing front in the back. Then x left and x right. So, and going through x and z, it's horizon line. So, let's pick another color. Then again, about middle will be like 45-degree angle. And then it's also go outside and Z can go outside. So trick actually, like if you want to draw some extreme perspective like this, you can draw it freehand this way. It's just like maybe like little more focus, so make it little look more accurate. You don't need to make it like mathematically correct. There is certain methods how to calculate curvature, but practically in your like composition, in your illustration, it's absolutely not necessary. Just make it like visibly correct, so it's look not like broken curvature, like good for an eye, kind of. Just eyeball it. So, and 45 angle for y-axis will go like this. So if we draw cube here, it should be like this. It's like will be like a bottom floor, like a ground side of a cube. Так. And if camera look up, so here again it's like you see camera look down. So some dude standing on kind of like on a castle with a view to seaside, and it's just great illusion, like it's a small planet. Right, so here same camera look down, like kind of almost perfect 90-degree, maybe perfect, more maybe very close to 90-degree down, but kind of like almost perfect. So, and then where camera look up, like it's like this one. So when camera with fish eye camera look up, it's again it's the same horizon line is a circle, but instead of sky outside of circle, we have sky in the center of a circle. So let's find some other. Oh, this one also is like 360 camera look up. So yeah, let's break all this down. Так. So you see it's like y vanishing point zenith in this case. Now let's see where is the vanishing point. So kind of here. So yeah, also interesting here. It's like camera very close to ground. It's kind of like almost leaning on the ground. So here we have like rear is here, here's front is here, vanishing point. Так. It's X rear, right? Also, kind of what I suggest you, kind of you should to keep in mind when you want to recreate, like redraw this kind of situation from reference, right? Don't bother really like look exact place for this vanishing points. Not so important. Important is just like you need to know exactly how structure work for this type of situation, and then you know like what is direction for every axis. So where is there vanishing point for each axis, and how curvature behave. So in this case is like about when curvature of x, let's say, make circle, it makes circle when it's intersects z vanishing point, right? And then curvature of x when it go outside of circle is kind of not it's kind of like hard to tell exactly why how this curvature should behave. Just try to maintain a smooth transition from this half circle to straight line of a horizon line, right? So this, not horizon line in this case, pardon, because horizon line here is circle, right? So it's just like this straight line of a x axis going through y vanishing point in the center. So you need to make transition between this half circle and straight line. See, so it's kind of make it, so it make it like mirroring two sides. One curvature go down below this straight line, other curvature go up. They're like mirroring each other. Not it's not, they're not like going like this, you know. So make sure you follow proper direction of curvature. That's it. This kind of very important. Not to calculate exactly, but just understand the behavior, reason why it's curved this way. Same with z, right? So z have this straight line which merge with the y-axis going through y vanishing point, and it have this kind of circular line which go through x and merge with horizon line in this case. And when it go outside of horizon line, we have like transition between this circle curvature and to straight line like this, and then go to other side. So it looks very difficult when you don't practice it. If you practice, draw it like 100 times, it's not difficult anymore. You just kind of have fun, like a puzzle, like solving it like a puzzle. Yeah, Dorian, I recommend you don't watch too many video. You need to draw. It's like you're you watch videos. Like, I mean, yeah, good for me. Watch all my videos on the channel. Write the comments for my videos. But for you, you watch too much YouTube. Just watch at least one of my video or perspective for basics, and do homework, do draw what I say there, right? Like we need to more to draw. You can rewatch same video because all your problem, what you need to work right now, it's to draw more. You need to more practice. This kind of like illusion of learning when you keep watching videos, you think like you learn something. Without practice, you are not learning. Without practice, it's just entertainment. It's like watching documentaries about a pregnant woman, you know, like you're not gonna born baby, like, so it's like some kind of hobby. I don't know. So yeah, another example, a camera look down, so it's kind of creates this. Okay, so and then let's go to this one. So here, oh, This kind of crazy. This one is crazy. So here we have this like camera looking straight. This is like 5-point perspective. We don't see vanishing point for Y and X vanishing points we don't see, and we don't see rear Z vanishing point. Actually, like in a straight view, we can't see rear Z vanishing point. So, and but then we can like, you know, like zoom out. So now, okay, now we see like 5-point perspective grid, right? So so here it's X vanishing point. So this X vanishing point on the left, X vanishing point on the right. Then we have Y vanishing point on the bottom is nadir. Y vanishing point on the top, it's zenith. Okay, so maybe I can change bright. Oh yeah, so I can draw a look more clear. So again, like I say, here things now go absolutely insane. Like it's next level stuff, not for beginners. And I don't know, just who needs this? But if you want some like crazy secret knowledge about perspective, here it is for you for free. Some It became kind of like some kind of magic, discovering secret patterns of a universe. Okay, so again, right now you in a cube, like you in this room, which is perfect cube, like this horror movie kind of, right? And your eye level, your camera, your head, it's exactly in the center of this cube. So it's like height is perfectly in the middle between ceiling and ground. You're perfectly in the middle before front and the rear wall. You're perfectly in the middle between left and right wall. So um, now you looking straight. So your kind of direction line of sight have like right in the center of this front wall, and here in this case we will see the vanishing point, right? So in this center on the middle of a cube front wall we see the vanishing point. So then because now it's like you see, remember I was talking, yeah, now I will turn out this, turn out chat so I can draw. I was talking about sphere of vision. And here's go back. So in your sphere of vision, so your perception of a space. So right now on the screen on the right, you see this box, right? So what you see, you see middle, you see center. So let's make this color so it says the vanishing point. So now we can see center of a right wall and we see center of a left wall. So, and we see a little farther. So it means it's like we take a more of visual field. We see like more than half of our visual sphere, right? So we have this like supervision, fisheye supervision right now. So this is our 90 degree. So we see front 0 and we see also 90 degree to right. And we see little more, so field of view is more than 180 degree right now. Then, as I said before, also like this, if you make like point in the center of a corner inside this cube, so this will be like your 45 angle, like so here's 0 angle, here's 45, and like from my ear is 90 degree angle, kind of, right? So as I say, so if you are not inside any physical room with the proportions of a cube, maybe it's like other proportions, or maybe it's like open space. Trick is about our brain is there is always this invisible cube. It's always there. It's like it's just our like this invisible cube and like invisible sphere. It's just a structure of our visual system, kind of. This how we see and how we experience world around us. So, and like I say in the previous tutorial also, it's like drawing what we see. It means we need to draw our visual sphere. So we draw this kind of sphere in the form of 2D image, right? So you need to kind of like with the Earth, like a globus, right? We cannot put 3D globus on a flat paper. So to do this, like people have like different ways how to stretch it and make it flat. So, and how to make it so it will be like have like to be calculated. So it's like not just randomly some guys are like, oh, let's make this country this size. No, it's kind of have a like calculation how it's been stretched, right? And there are like different way how to stretch it. So when we like for artists in the history kind of art and stuff like that, so we see people just figure out how to for create visual image which is imitate 3D reality, 3D space and 3D objects inside 3D space. There is a way how to stretch this visual 3D visual field onto 2D surface, and it looks like perspective grids. Okay, so depend on how much of this visual sphere you want to represent, project onto this surface. Will be you will choose particular perspective grid. So if like you draw like small area from your visual sphere, it's like your like narrow vision kind of field of view. It will be like 1 point perspective, then it's like 2 point perspective, 5 point perspective is like my front half of visual sphere, and then it's like 6 point perspective when I kind of like show full sphere completely, kind of, right? So here right now on the screen is like not 6 point yet, so it's not 360 yet, it's like 5 point perspective plus, right? So it's like more than 180 degree, but less than 360 degrees. So I don't see, here we don't see like rear side of a room, of a box. of this cube in which we're right now. But I talking all this, right? Just like it's really some kind of like watching. I want it to be some kind of like a documentary about. Where's my headphone? Second. My earphone fall down.
Who are you?
Jim Bond.
So yeah, find my yeah. So just okay, imagine like I talk all the time about this stuff. I talk all the time like when you draw perspective grid in your drawing, uh, a kind of purpose of perspective grid. It's established space. So when you establish kind of curvature and direction and angle of a camera in the space, kind of, with, so we know like where is the top, where is bottom, where is left, where is right. So basically it's like you don't, without drawing this room, without drawing this box inside which you is standing, you still always have it subconsciously in the mind. So always it's kind of like here you always kind of have this idea of a top, bottom, left, right, and front, right? And now let's just kind of realize this thing is crazy. And then you see like if we look in the kind of center of this top surface, it will be your y vanishing point, right? It will be zenith. If we look in the center of a bottom surface, it will be y vanishing point on the bottom nadir. A center of a left and right surface, kind of your space, it's x and left and right vanishing points. And corners will be this 45 angle direction. So if like this top, bottom, left, right, front, back is 90-degree, then corners of this kind of invisible box, it will be like 45 degrees. So we have here 45-degree, right? Like for vertical. So here 0, here 90, here corner of this box 45. So right now, like kind of when I kind of look in there, I see with a 45 angle kind of, right? Then we have on the left wait a second, what's this way? So here bottom 45, then let's see, yes, left 45, right 45. And then we have crazy, like when it's like your direction of a sight is looking up 45 and left 45 simultaneously, right? So we will have kind of, it's this corner, left top corner of this cube room. Same here on the right side, same like 45, 45, like a simultaneous up and like vertical and horizontal rotation. Okay, so just kind of like meditate on it, keep it in mind. It's kind of very interesting. So what we see again, like for because you need to repeat this to really kind of put it all together in your head. when a z-axis, it's a straight line here in this situation, right? So it goes through this corner. Then y-axis goes through this corner. And x-axis goes through this corner. So intersection of three axes will make this 45-degree, like both left horizontal and vertical rotation, 45 direction. Так, so then let's maybe erase it. Okay, so and now let's go further. Right? So let's make it 6-point perspective. So when we have this like 6-point perspective, it's the same camera direction, right? But now we can see back wall. And this how kind of start this cube look from inside when we have like 360 direction or 360 camera angle. It's gonna be fisheye camera 360. Так, so now let's see. So you see, like before, so we still have, okay, so here we have y top and y bottom vanishing point. Here we have left x and right x vanishing point. Z is still in the center of like direction of our vision. And now you see this front corner, this kind of front left corner of a cube of your room, which when you are, and left, right, or rear right corner, this rear right corner of your room, of your box room, they are kind of making circle going through y vanishing point on the top and one y vanishing point on the bottom. See, and same this right front corner and left rear corner, again going through the top vanishing point of y-axis and bottom vanishing point of y-axis. So these two circles, it's a 45 angle axis. Okay, so we still have also center as kind of 45, which is like for us here it doesn't look 45, it's like just left and right, but you see it's also in the center. It's like center vertical line of a left and right side. So here it's just left and right. So we have this like circle, like in a 5-point perspective, like we usually have. You see here. And now we have two circles, like bigger size, for 45 angle. So this 45 angle, like in a 5-point perspective. And same we have for X, right? So X, again, we have 45 line on the axis for X. And well, here it intersects, you see? It's just crazy. I don't know, it's just so interesting, like, just to see how all this axis, how these lines behave. Because it's kind of like you move it, you stretch it, like you play with camera wide lens, long lens and stuff, you're moving camera all around and stuff. And you need to understand interconnection of this 0, 90 and 45 angle directions. So how beautiful symmetry, kind of like geometry, is hidden there. So just imagine, right, like you with the front 6-point perspective, 360 camera view lens, you have like perspective grid axis for a 45 angle look like circles. Так. Ой. So, and you see again, right? So I just kind of like force, like, kind of move yourself, like this viewer, right? Like open his vision from this narrow vision to total 360 vision. Right now, this is why we see this, right? So camera angle not change. You look in straight, you're parallel to horizon line, you parallel to front wall, perpendicular to front wall. But like when we have 1-point perspective with this situation, right? It's like this amount of your visual sphere, perception of visual sphere. Then when we have like 5-point perspective, it's like this area from your visual sphere, or visual perception sphere. Then we go and like take it all, and this how it look when you project it on a 2D surface. It look like this. So if you just kind of curious when you draw this kind of small fish eye area, where this line goes, right? Like how they go outside of paper, what is their direction, where they all go. Here it show, it's kind of, you cannot look farther than that, because like, let's say it's like, this is your rear side kind of here, right? It's just like explode on this weird, this is how we project it onto the surface. Again, maybe there are definitely some other systems how to project a different way on a paper, but for artists, it will look just something like surrealistic, not close to normal people visual perception. So, and look here for this Z, right? So this area, like I can just like frame it, like I say, like kind of 5-point perspective grid, right? You just frame it like this. You have inside your frame 5-point perspective. So look what happened also, like I was talking, right? So we have this Z one axis go from center. You see it have like 90-degree here, right? So it's also Z here is like cross. So we have horizontal, we have vertical, and 45 angle. It's clearly 45 angle, right? Because it's two-dimensional here. Is the axis here, and this kind of camera angle is kind of two-dimensional. You can like use protractor and say, okay, this is 45 angle. So, and when this like 45 angle line goes there, it intersects every 45 axis here. You see, so we have like this front side. No, this is not part, and we have this rear side. So, right, and again, just rebuild. So this is our cube. Here. Right, so this how this space look inside. Так. Так. Okay, just like it's really mind blowing. So, okay, let's say I show you kind of some other rotations. So now we have this front camera looking front, right? Let's maybe make a screenshot. It's just so interesting. Then now we rotate. So now camera look rotated 45 to right. Так, let's see, please. So what happened here is like we again have symmetry of a vertical and horizontal line. So we still have like horizontal line as a straight line, and we have a vertical line here, like I showed yesterday in the tutorial with horizontal rotation. It's just case when in this room right now, like whole trick here, it's let's say is that room edge of this cube of a room, this 45 angle, like it should be like when we look to front wall, this left and right 45 angle direction corners, they're curved. But when you look directly on this corner, so it became straight, right? So this is what happened here. So this 45 angle, like a side of a box, which is on 45. Now it's straight, not curved, because you turn your camera to this side of your room. And here, this how this cube look from inside in this perspective, in this camera angle. So this front right corner of a cube, and this on the top, this line on the top and line on the bottom, it's rear left corner of a cube, right? So when you see here how this back side of a cube distorted in this manner. And again, you see, it's just interesting what happened with each axis. So let's see. So again, we have this y vanishing point on zenith, y vanishing point nadir, and let's make circle. So now it's a circle because it's a 45 angle. It's 45 angle. It's crazy. Okay, let's draw here. So you have this your cube space, right? So before you were so happy here in the center, look to front. So this corner was your 45. This y with 6-point perspective. We have y-axis and making circle here. But now, because you turn your camera to corner, you turn it 45 degree. So now this corner, for you, it's a 0 angle. It's not 45 anymore. And now for you, 45 will be center of a side of a cube. So now your 45, it's here and here. Okay. So you see here we draw this right center of a right wall is for it's making this and center of a left wall, it's a vanishing points kind of for this 45 circle. Так. Same like front side and back side. Also is like here this circle go through center of a, you see it's a center of corners, center of these corners. So it's all have structure. This when you like rotate camera, when you change behavior of this perspective grid, all these constructive points, they always kind of follow connection between them, and break it down like that is just to have this kind of like a bus stops. It's like some kind of anchors in this way of changing of like, because like let's say from this angle to that angle, we see how perspective grid is changed, and we see how curvature and what kind of new patterns will appear on the way, you see. So it's just mind-blowing. So and then we see again like this symmetry, right? We can break it down symmetry further. It's already apparent. It's just crazy. I see. It's for z axis. So our z axis. So our z vanishing point here on the front, right? So and the z vanishing point on the back, and this line axis from one's front and back vanishing point, you see it's a 45 angle. So what happened right now? This perspective grid, it's 45 camera rotation, 45 angle to right corner. I already explained, right? And when this happened, we suddenly have so many ellipses representing 45 angle grid. Let's so we have this Z going through top 45H, 45 angle H, and the rear bottom kind of left bottom 45. See, so it's go like left bottom of a cube from one vanishing point to other vanishing point. So this line, this you see this corner and this corner on a cube. Так. It's this point, it's this corner on the top, let's say A, right? And this B, and this corner B, and this diagonal line. So this diagonal line on the back side of a cube from inside, it's a circle now. You see? Isn't it? I mean, it's so crazy. It's so crazy. I mean, circle, Carl. Circle. 45 here. Look again. I mean, it's crazy. Like from this point to this point, it's just diagonal line of a side of a rear side of a cube. Here is a circle, and then it's merged with this. Like when we look on the left, is merged with this line, and this line. So we have, let's say, it's so cool. So we have this kind of like 45 direction. So this circle here, it's an ellipse in the 360 perspective. So we have this surface, 45 angle surface on the box. We have this kind of like an ellipse here, right? But it's not ellipse, it's actually these straight lines. So this 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, it's less than half of this circle here. Now interesting, like how ellipse will look here. Let's check it out. Let's draw ellipse here. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4. The ellipse will look something like this. Crazy. So yeah, okay, so we have all these diagonal lines. So here's this diagonal line with these three other lines of 45 angle. We'll make this one circle for Z. Then we have second circle for Z. And then we have X. So X circle. then second circle. So in this 360 perspective grid, so again let's write 360 camera, right? And the camera horizontally rotated 45 angle to right. And this is a perspective grid for this kind of camera rotation with 360 visible field. Так. Так. Вот, being gradually here. Yeah. Okay, so now let's do like I already showed before this if camera looking down. So this what happened. So camera like so we have horizon line on this circle. You see how horizon line in this kind of invisible box of a space, it's going through center of a cube side. So it's like z vanishing point is in the center of a front side. Here, wait, z vanishing point. Okay, here. Front and back center of a cube side, right? So, and also like we have x vanishing point in the center of a left and right cube side, and we have bottom y vanishing point, nadir, in the center of the bottom side of this cube. So you see how this 45 angle. It's the sides of a cube, corners of a cube. So, and you see like how beautiful kind of symmetry here. So again, you see, I just show you like how, what happened with perspective grid, which is all these lines, they're behind of picture usually, right? So we draw like this more inner area. So it's really look like some kind of sacred geometry. Very beautiful. So here, let's see. So here I see, like, I hope you can see on the screen. Yeah, like you see these lines, it's a surface of a cube wall. Okay, so you see how it behave. It's just straight line going to y vanishing point, right? So it's our vertical. It's the vertical wall, and it's go to this y vanishing point. But let's say this z axis. So this z-axis again, it's a circle when is 45 angle. So here is this like top left side corner of a cube. So then when we see this other curvature of this z-axis. So it shows like other degree of angle. So if circle here it's 45, if like let's say this one, it's like about 30. So we have for a z-axis, we have two circles actually. So one circle shows 0 angle because it lies on a horizon line. It lies with like going through x vanishing point, this circle of horizon line here, right? And second circle go through two vanishing points and 45 of like looking to left up 45 and 45 looking to right down here. This 45, 45. Okay. So I don't know, it's so interesting. I've got some birds screaming. So finally some bird. Where? Yeah. So it's camera look down, we have circle horizon line. Same will happen with camera looking up. It will be again like circle horizon line, but switch bottom with top. Same y-axis kind of. So then let's front again. So you see, okay, just look, horizon line from circle goes to straight line. Okay, like a straight line here. And then let's go 45 angle. And it's again, it's so cool, so interesting. Like, just guess what will happen with this geometry here when we will have like this 360 fisheye camera looking 45 down. So looking basically again, like I say, to corner of a box, to this low corner between front and bottom sides of a box. Dun, 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 dun. I think you already start to maybe here in Clip Studio have some. Yeah, seems okay, kind of symmetrical, right? So you see what happened. Again, we have cross. Again, we have like circles. So now we have switch between kind of our visual sides, like a switch between vanishing points for bottom and top. When you look down in the center, we have in the center of a cross, we have nadir, like a bottom y vanishing points. When we look up in the center of cross, we have y zenith, y vanishing point. And here, like cross, we have cross straight lines made by 45 angle lines. So, так, so here, so this straight line, it's a diagonal lines of the right and the left sides of a cube. You see, like we can see here, it's this left side of left wall of a cube and the right wall of the cube. So in 360 vision, like when we take all our sphere of vision, space look like a flower. So, and you see, so it's like left top corner and the left front bottom corner, this diagonal line. So this because your camera look 45-degree down, front, still front, 45 camera down, this left and right diagonal lines align. There you see align with cube. Let me try to show it. So we have this cube. So here this left diagonal line, right diagonal line, and this front bottom corner, there align, there became one straight line. Kind of for x axis, it's the x axis here. It's only a straight line we have here. Okay, so when you see in this fisheye 360 view, you see straight line of x, and when it's like rotated camera downward or upward, it will be and it's aligned when it's aligned with this kind of front bottom, and it's like perfectly in the center between z and, so let's do here. So we have this z vanishing point and y vanishing point on the bottom, right? So you see it's like this line of sight direction. This cross is right between two vanishing points, front and bottom. So this 45 angle. So like I tell before in this tutorials about fisheye camera rotation. So it's just usually like when I was drawing it, like practical application, you don't need to draw it like whole this stuff, right? It's just more like science here. We're just exploring. But usually you kind of draw it like maybe this kind of, right? So usually in your picture frame, it will be about here. So, and this what I was telling, like when we rotating camera down or up, we will have like 45 in the center. Так, so так. Yeah, and again, you see this funny switch we have, like a switch of angles. If when we have straight parallel to cube view, we will have like this 45 angle axis as a circles. But when we have camera as a 45 angle direction, we will have like 90-degree angles look like 45 and look like circles. So here we have, you see y axis making also straight line for across, and going through left and right x vanishing points, and going kind of like through center of cube surfaces. So it's like center line, it's making this circle. So, and or same with the z. So same z go like a 90-degree. Here, so it's a circle. And oh, that's interesting. Wait a second. Yeah, that's crazy. Так. So we have так, what's that? No, we have like more circles here. It's crazy. So no way. A second. Yeah, that's why it's like mind-blowing stuff. Так, so let's do. So yeah, X will have also 45 angle circles. So this. Yeah, but they go not this 45 angle. They're going like side and the center. This is so interesting. So we have these two circles. Why center should go. So here we have like between center and side. Yeah, it's kind of circle here for y-axis. I didn't notice it before. So interesting. Так. It's like, so you see, kind of like sometimes I just exploring like this. Sometimes you're not sure it's some kind of useless information or really interesting, important point. Так. Yeah, let it be anyway, not important. Так. Мгм. Yeah, okay. So yeah, so we see with this stuff is like yeah, it was yeah, that was a mistake. It wasn't y axis. It was just structural line, center and diagonal. Wow, it's so interesting. So many can extract from this stuff. Так, so then let's just show you one more interesting. So let's back again to front view. So we have this cube look like this 4-leaf flower, and now we rotate to 45 degree to right. So we have 45 like a corner as a straight line, and now let's make it like both 45 rotated to right and down. Так. So how to, and here you see kind of again like how it's interesting. How do you know it's a 45 angle from looking at perspective grid? You will know it when you see 45 this like diagonal lines, which is like from corner to corner, making 45 angle in a cube. You will see it's a 45 angle when these lines will be straight. So here, what I turn in, I make this blue and green lines which go through corners. See, just make now they're bent. Here they're bent, but I catch when they're straight. Okay, about here. So if we look closer, so you see it's this like I was telling in tutorials, like when we have like not so much of field of view, but it's still like fish eye. So we have this purple horizon line, and we have let's say here, IO here, y vanishing point in the bottom, because we look down so we can see y vanishing point. We have this y vanishing point we see as a straight line. Here you see. Dun, 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 dun. Then it have like curve line going through Z vanishing point, like this, and curve line going through X vanishing point. Then same happen with Z and X vanishing points axis. So we have the Z vanishing point on the horizon line. It have straight line go intersect with this straight line of y-axis. Okay, like this. And we can kind of also continue it. It just goes every direction is go just straight, like endless line. We have for z-axis, it's merged here with y curvature. Goes like that. And here it merged with the curvature of horizon line going through x vanishing point. So same we have with the x vanishing point. So we have straight line. You see it's perfectly aligned going through, like intersect both with the y and z axis. And same we have this curvature merge with horizon line, curvature merge with y-axis going through y vanishing point. So this kind of pattern for fisheye perspective with the two rotations, rotation horizontal 45 angle and rotation vertical 45 angle. It can be like down or up. It's just like if it's down, let's make it here example. So if it's down, it will look like this. If up, it will look like this. So we make y vanishing point here for y. So look up, it's zenith. Look down, it's nadir, right? So then we have z vanishing point, z vanishing point. This z vanishing point will go, this curvature go here, and straight line go kind of here, right? Then, yeah, let's just kind of tricky here. So we need to maintain, it should be like reflecting curvature of horizon line. So straight between here. Same here, we're kind of mirroring curvature of horizon line and drawing straight. Then x, same we have x mirroring curvature of horizon line and drawing straight line here. X mirroring curvature of horizon line. It goes through the y vanishing point. You see? Так, mirroring curvature. Go center line. And you see this z and x intersect with this y straight line here. See? So this kind of like a root. It's a root of this perspective grid for fisheye 45 vertical and together with 45 horizontal rotation. Because then, like, if you remember, you know, like connection behavior of these vanishing points and the curvature of axis, you can just grow a whole grid from this root, right? So you just kind of like continue drawing all these axis lines. So important, like what I always say, always recommend, it's you, like when you watch my videos, you practice drawing proper sequence. In with perspective grids is like super essential, especially like crucial, especially when we talk about this complex fisheye perspective grids. Sequence help you to uh, kind of like maintain proper relationship of these elements. And I spend kind of a lot of time, you see, like this, just kind of like exploring it. Sometimes it's just like what the hell? It's like, am I losing my mind? It's so crazy, all these lines. But I always like looking for better distinction, better like to understand behavior, right? You see patterns, you see key kind of structural moments which like keep this connection, keep not breaks, right? So you see like, so this kind of key moment I should to follow. So, and this learning help to create this simple key, like most essential structure, like root of this perspective grid, right? So it's very easy to remember, right? Like how you can just say yourself this kind of like a symbol, like hieroglyph of 45, 45 fisheye perspective grid. So you can practice it. Like it's very easy to draw this root for 200 times just to really engrave it in your head. Так, so yeah, so you see right here, it's this, we see this this root of this fisheye perspective grid. And then let's move again like farther, like move farther here. I mean, it's not, we're not move actually, we just like open more, like we start to see more of our visual field here. So dun dun dun. So now we see all sides of a box. So now we see 360, right? And I just make it more and more. Okay. Now we have circles again. So these circles, again, like I was saying, because um, we have like camera rotated 45 angle to this space. So actually 90-degree sides, 90-degree axis look like 45 here. So, and 45 in the fish eye, it's kind of funny feature. It's making circles. So we have here this circles for y-axis. Так, here, like this two vanishing points. Так. So we have circle for Z 45 angle. And we have circle for x 45 angle. This and horizon line here is also circle. It's like center line of cube sides. So this is our 360 camera and 45 plus 45 angle. Looking down. So it's looking down 45 and rotated to right 45. So same pattern we will have when we kind of like look not down but up. So you just like mirror it, flip this grid. So yeah, this is very interesting. Okay, so and again, like I say, is this is 0, 45. It's like anchor angles. So you know like how axis 3 axis behave in this kind of perspective camera angle. So then you can work on intermediate angles. So like angle between 45 and 90 degree, or an angle between 45 and 0. So it's like you have here front 0 and horizontal 45 horizontal rotation, this. So then here we have 45 vertical downward rotation, and here is like in between. Так. So we have in between. So you see what happened with the horizon line. So what happened with so like again recommended to be like also like subdivide on easy angles. So like if we have between 0 and 90 degree we have 45 degree, between 0 and 45 we have 22 and a half. So you can find like 22 and a half. Look how it behave in 360. And then you can take like about like 200 field of view, not like whole 360, let's say 200 like this. And this will be like what I was talking about when we have, like, let's say here. So we have again these elements like y vanishing points, y-axis going straight, like a straight line. And then we can see z and x certain, it's like will be straight about here. It's a z, and x will be like straight about here, so intersects with the y axis. So we have this like camera direction point. So and then you look what is distance between this camera direction point and horizon line and y vanishing point. So what is the ratio? So here we have like very slight camera looking down, kind of like, like five angle kind of. So camera look down, but like 5 degree, just for simplification. So use this one, like 22 and 5. There's this like 11 to 25 here. Yeah, some kind of like 5.5. So this kind of principle. Так. So kind of like this. Really interesting, like if somebody find it useful for yourself. But again, if you're looking for all of this, like if you want to know what happened with horizon lines and all this access in extreme fisheye perspective, this kind of video for you. So just like open new open new dimensions for your vision of a fisheye and drawing 3D space. Yeah, write me in the comments. What do you think? See you next video.
Madness. This is Gene